is Gianna and I'm the president at Rome City Institute. And today I'm interviewing one of our alumni, Gianna Merigliano, who was also a part of the women's soccer program in 2022 and then joined the Rome City staff in 2023 and is now playing overseas. So if you could just introduce yourself a little bit and tell us about your background.
I'm Gianna. I did Rome City in 2022. As Gigi said, I was a student. I was doing my master's in sports management and coaching. And then in 2023, I stayed at Rome City, but as a staff member where I was the assistant coach for the women's program, the men's ECL Legionarias team. And with that role, I was able to help the soccer program, and I also helped a little bit with recruiting on the side. Before Rome City, I was a student athlete at Rollins College, where I played soccer for 5 years, and now I am here abroad in Israel playing professional soccer, and that's where I'm at now.
What made you choose Rome City initially?
After my 5th year for Rollins College in soccer, I really wanted to play abroad, and it was always my goal to move to Italy. And I just wanted the fastest route to get there so that I could play professional soccer, semi-pro, whatever options were available, I was ready to make the move. So I had a contact that knew John Luca from Rome City, and they kind of got me going, and I was able to finish my master's and start my soccer career immediately.
You said that you're now playing professionally in Israel. Do you feel like Rome City helped set you up and helped you get to the level you're playing at now?
Yeah, for sure, because everywhere that you go, you experience a different culture within soccer, but also just living in general. But moving to Rome for Rome City, it kind of helped me gain my independence and get comfortable with the unknown and learn a bunch of different new experiences. So it set me up in that department, but also helped me learn the Italian soccer culture of everything. So now moving to Israel, it is a different culture, it is a different playing style, but because I had already gone through that unknown phase through Italy, it definitely helped set me up better here.
Okay, and coming from a high level of soccer in the United States, did you feel like the level in Italy compared? And if it did compare, in what ways was it similar? In what ways was it different?
It definitely compared it again, like the soccer culture between the US and Italy is really different. So it was a different playing style. But the biggest difference I would say was the length of the season. In college, you play from August to latest December. And then abroad in Europe, you're playing year round. So that was the biggest takeaway. But I would say that the competitiveness, the training load, and the skill level in general was pretty similar.
How did the program help you balance your academics with school? Because obviously there's a lot of soccer going on, but as far as completing your master's, did you feel like there was a good balance?
Yeah, there was definitely a good balance. Rome City helps a lot, obviously because they recruit a lot of student athletes, so they know that we're there for sports mainly and the academic part of it is as well. So they helped because a lot of our trainings are in the morning and then they don't schedule our classes until early afternoon, evening, depending on what it is, but it helps a lot because you get the training out of the way, then you have your classes, and then let's say you have club trainings at night, you have plenty of time to do that as well.
And I know, like, obviously, I experienced it as well. It's definitely busy, but I feel like there's definitely a good separation among soccer and school to make sure that we can balance and prioritize each and find time to be like the best that we can be at both of those. And do you feel like the sports culture overall at Rome City enhanced your experience, or like overall just the culture at Rome City? Obviously, we're making a huge jump, whether whatever program you're a part of, coming from another country, moving away from your family to Rome. Do you feel like the culture overall at Rome City helped make it easier experience?
For sure. So that's the biggest thing with Rome City. You're a bunch of students coming from different places, whether it's the US, Brazil, other places in Europe. Like you're all coming from a different background. And the biggest thing that we have in common is that you're coming to this unknown territory for the same reasons for school and sports. So it's really hard to like make that move to a new country, but there's a lot of people you have these similarities with. So the culture of just having that same interest as a whole student body, being athletes and, wanting to compete and stuff makes it easier. And then that in it itself creates a family body that you're able to surround yourself with and make yourself more comfortable.
Yeah, and definitely adding on to that, it's right. It's like we have no choice but to lean on each other. It's like if we're sick or we need help or assistance from anything, it's like we all are here for each other and we don't really have anybody to lean on but each other. So I think it does create that big sense of family in that way as well.
For sure.
And okay, so basically adding on to that question, how would you say that living, studying, playing soccer in Rome shaped you into the person you are today? Did you as an individual grow personally and like athletically as well?
It shaped me both ways, athletically. You come from a good program, you have certain expectations, you want to go here, you want to go here, but you have to test the waters before you make it to that big league. So it definitely helped me take a step back, evaluate myself as a player, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. You have those meeting with the coaches and you get together, you communicate it, what's going to be your best fit. So there, it's helped me as an athlete understand where I'm at and know what to do to improve to get to where I want to be. And individually, it's helped me step out of my comfort zone and be more comfortable with that and speak up if I have an issue, speak up if I need help with something, like you can use the people around you to support you.
Mhm. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced and maybe how did you overcome them?
Unseriously, the biggest challenge I faced was the public transportation where you, Gigi, and my roommate Kayla at the time had helped me so much how to get around. So that was like a really big thing. But one of the biggest things that I faced was I had a pretty serious injury, and then Rome City and my club team at the time had helped me get through that a lot. But other than that, it was just trying to like not blend in, but how can you make friends in a country where you don't know anyone or everyone is new to you? And again, like how I said previously, you all come to Rome City with the same interests in mind and kind of the same goals. So I think the biggest and hardest challenge was moving there, but as soon as you got there, everyone just became a family and it became really easy.
Did you feel like the language barrier affected you in any way?
A little bit, but you're living in Rome, so it's one of the biggest cities, one of the biggest tourist attractions. So, for the most part, a lot of people know English, but part of Rome City, at least for the program that I was in, we have Italian classes once every week with Italian homework. And then, let's say you're on a club team, they're all trying to help you engage in Italian more and make use of the language more. So it was easy. Like everyone made it easier for you, and it's fun to learn.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's been one of my favorite parts about living here is getting to like immerse yourself in the new culture, learn the new language, and all of the above. Would you want to touch a little bit more on how you stayed at Rome City for a second year after you already graduated and worked with Rome City for a year?
I decided to stay with Rome City for a second year because I really enjoyed my first year, especially playing within the soccer clubs over there. And I really wanted to keep growing my soccer and see where I could get to. And I also wanted to be a part of Rome City, which it's still a new and developing program that is just growing and growing and growing. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted, as a student, you kind of see a different perspective as how you may see it as a staff member. And you can use your experience as a student to then build off and improve places that might have not been so good or, just keep making it go up and up. I decided to stay as a staff because one, I wanted to be there for soccer and I wanted to help the program and it was fun. I helped, like I said, I was the assistant coach for the women's program and I also helped the Legionarius men for the ECL tournament. I miss them dearly. I miss helping the
Because woman.
five I miss helping the five-a-side girls for the Legionarius team, but it's a fun experience, and from jumping from student to staff, it's a whole different side of it. And you're just trying to make the experience the best for the students that you can and do things to help have other people have a better experience than you did. And it's enjoyable. I'm still a part of the Rome City family in a way. I'm currently an ambassador for them, so I still talk to people about Rome City and what it's about and help more students come and join the program.
Bouncing off of that, what advice would you give to students that are currently considering Rome City?
Do it. It's like you might be kind of stuck between not like wanting to move abroad, you're scared, you don't want to try it, but I say do it. It's let's say like you're not so sure about soccer, Rome City's the perfect example that like okay, if you don't want to play at the semi-pro level or build your game to a higher league, you can have fun athletically and play within the UCL league where you play against all the people within the program, and it has a really fun like family competitive environment where you're on a team, you're supporting the other sports that are within your house team, and so you have different options where you can take your sports. But for the most part, when do you get to experience living in Rome with this experience again? So I think if you're kind of between decisions, I think you should just go ahead and do it. You're living in Rome, one of the best cities in the world, the best food, the best language, like Rome is just the best, and Rome City makes everything so much easier to kind of find your footing with sports, athletics, or careers. Like you are able to go in any path that you want.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think especially a big thing is like if you are coming for your master's program and you already did undergraduate sports in college, you don't have the experience ever to go abroad. So it is such a nice program to allow you to go abroad post grad because it's just not
Sure.
an offered thing you have when you are competing in season. What one thing that you would say that future students should do in Rome to make the most of their experience?
Say yes to everything, but be careful with that one. Explore everything that you can explore while you're abroad. Like you're in Rome, you can visit different countries in Europe, you can visit different cities in Italy, you can go to a bunch of different sports games, you can try different foods. So don't stay in your bubble because you're scared of the unknown. This is my biggest thing. Like you don't know what's out there. You have to step out of your comfort zone and see what's for you. That's the only way you're going to learn about yourself, about what you want to do, about what you like, what you don't like. So you really just have to take that step out of your comfortable space and put yourself out there. It's scary at first, but I did it. Gigi's done it, and you make the best memories that way.
Okay, thank you so much. And if anybody wants to reach out to you or anything like personally, where should they contact you?
Could put a little edit of like my Instagram
Gianna
label here.
Merigliano.
Yeah, like definitely reach out to me through Instagram. You can see my Rome City experience through my posts, my highlights, and you can see what I'm up to now. So if you have any questions, advice, or just want to chat, reach out to me
Perfect.
through Instagram.
And any final thoughts or shout outs or any last things you want to say about Rome City or your experience?
I miss Rome City so much. I hope to come and visit soon, but it looks amazing this year. I mean, the progress that has happened from when I was a student and when I was a staff member to where it is now and the student body that it's created, it looks like it's become a really fun environment for everyone. So, shout out to Rome City, shout out to Gigi and Team Legionarius. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much.